Hello guys, welcome back to Irish Footy Vlogs. And today we have the weekly roundup news video, so let's get straight into this one. Now, I'll start off by saying congratulations to Shamrock Rovers midfield maestro Jack Byrne, who won the 2020 SSE Electricity League Player of the Year award at the FAI Awards. Well done, Jack Byrne, fully deserved. The awards keep coming for the man, and he started the season, the restart, brilliantly again, so much deserved. Well done, Jack Byrne. Now, there were big concerns during the week about two players who potentially had COVID-19 at Waterford FC. Obviously, earlier on in the week, one player was cleared and it came up negative, which was positive. Just yesterday, the second player who was suspected of having COVID-19, the results had returned back negative as well. So that's brilliant news, because this could have been a serious concern if either player had come back with COVID-19. We're not sure what could have happened if that was the case. Thank God for that. Now, there's still a few issues at Waterford FC. The doctor obviously resigned, having said she wasn't happy with certain things at the club. Look, we can read into that what you like, but in regards to protocols and stuff like that. But all in all, it's very good news. Sticking with Waterford as well, and this is an interesting one, I think. RTE were disappointed that John Sheridan didn't do a media after the game against Cork City. First team coach Fran Rocket fulfilled duties instead. Questions on Dr. Sinead Fitzpatrick's departure for the club this week cut off by club officials. Now, to be honest, RTE can do one, in my view. Of course, Waterford may have some things to answer to. We're not too sure yet, but it's amazing that when it suits RTE, they seem to care. It's a bit like how dare Waterford not speak to us, but we all know all the fantastic things, don't we, that RTE have done for the League of Ireland in the past number of years. So as far as I'm concerned, tough shit for RTE. You know, they might get a bit more respect if they showed more respect. So that's what I think of that, guys. Now, interesting, I have here the Watch LOI Premier Division table, so to speak. This is based on viewership from the clubs. When you go in to log on or register for Watch LOI, you pick the club you support. So it's obviously going to be based on what people picked. But interesting to see the Cork City are top, which is very impressive, because Cork City have been struggling badly. So fair play to them. Derry City second, Rovers third, Sligo, Pats, Bows, Shelbourne, Dundalk, Finn Harps and Waterford will be disappointed as well to be bottom. But personally, the thing I wanted to bring up here, I'd love to know the figures, the general figures. So say Cork City and Waterford, for example, in which this table doesn't count this week's games, it's last week's. But I'd love to know the figures. How many people tuned in, let's say, for Cork City and Waterford? How many people tuned in for Shamrock Rovers and Finn Harps? How many people tuned in for Dundalk and Bohemians? I don't know why that information isn't available. It doesn't seem to be available. But that's something that would interest me a lot more than an actual league table. Now on to some transfer news. I've said recently I've been very impressed with Wexford FC's recruitment drive this season. It's shown in the results. Yesterday they drew 0-0 with Cabinteely, and their new signing, Jay Nwanzi from Hart and Midlothian, central defender, was impressive in that game. Apparently he'd only been signed, but he started in that game. He's 19 years of age. He started his career at St. Patrick's before moving to Shamrock Rovers and moving across centre Hearts at the beginning of 2019. He's good in the air defensively with the ball at his feet, and look, he's a ready-made replacement. They obviously lost Paul Cleary going back to St. Patrick's Athletic. An interesting signing, I think, and Wexford have made a lot of good signings. Jay has been training with the squad for weeks, so if anyone's worried about quarantine and things like that, he has been training with the squad for weeks. It's just been announced now, and he's obviously registered to play now. But another very interesting signing for Wexford FC. Now, speaking about defenders, Lithuanian defender Sigitas Alberkis. Now, that is a tough one, guys. If anyone has a pronunciation for that, let me know in the comments. I haven't heard a commentator speak his name, so that was a tough one. He is signed for Sligo Rovers for the rest of the 2020 season. The 23-year-old joins from Sengli Athletic in Malta, where their season was ended earlier this year because of COVID-19. He's a centre half, former under 21 international, has played his football in Belarus and Latvia as well. So he's arrived in Ireland. He has to go into quarantine, I believe, as well. No, he doesn't have to actually, because Lithuania aren't a country on the green list, so he doesn't have to quarantine. However, he is awaiting international clearance, so that's the kind of issue, reason why he couldn't play against Shelbourne yesterday or be part of the squad. But interesting one. Liam Buckley always brings in interesting players, I think, and has an eye for bringing in good players from abroad. So yeah, looking forward to see how he gets on. Now, finally, Cork City have brought in a new striker, Connor Simpson from Preston North End. The addition of the 20-year-old Englishman, most recently, as I said, with Preston, was announced on Friday evening. He has to undergo quarantine, and he obviously missed the trip to Waterford yesterday. Along with last week's signings of Scott Fenwick and Kay Elliott, Fen is confident City will be much stronger in attack. Badly needed, as you can see in the game against Waterford as well. Corey Galvin was their only threat, but those players are going to have to hit the ground running for Cork because they look like they're in serious trouble. Fen did have this to say. He said, "We've been chasing Connor for a while now, so it's a great relief to get it over the line and get him in. It was imperative that we got some firepower and some strikers on board. Unfortunately, we've managed to do that." He goes on to say that Connor is big, he's good in the air, but he's also very good with his feet. So, look, those three attacking players may add another dimension to Cork City. Kit Simpson, as I said, as well, and Scott Fenwick. So, Kit Elliott, rather, Scott Fenwick, and, Connor Simpson is the latest to be signed. So, look, I suppose they've nothing to lose, I guess. There's scope for improvement there for Cork. If those players can come in and make an impact, it's vital to do for Cork because someone said the Waterford game is the best they've played this season. It wasn't a good performance in isolation either, so they definitely need something. So, guys, that's about it for this week. The LOI weekly roundup. Check out all the other videos. We have match prediction videos, myself and Keane, where we predict every week in the First Division, the Premier Division, and we keep score of how we're doing. And then we do a review show, usually on the Monday of the weekend's games. So like, subscribe, comment, and see you again. Cheers for watching, guys. Bye-bye.